Hello there, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well and have had a good week. In England we are in the midst of summer. It's well and truly here, so let's have a look around the garden. It's too early to be excited by the sight of that tiny pumpkin because they quite often just drop off. So it's nice to see, but it probably won't last. Hopefully I'll get 1 or 2 pumpkins, but overall the garden's doing very well. Peas, I'm very excited about peas. I've got a lot of peas growing in here. You can see them just there. On Sunday it was Father's Day, and so in the afternoon I decided to put on a small afternoon tea. Just the usual sandwiches and cakes, some fruit, plenty of tea. Recently when I watched Miss Marple at Bertram's Hotel, there was one scene that just stuck in my mind, and it's the scene where Bess Sedgwick is literally gorging on a cake, and the cake is a donut and it has jam and cream, and she makes a huge fuss and laughs a lot, slightly unnecessarily I feel, but just the sight of that cake made me want to have a selection of cream cakes. Joan Greenwood looks absolutely fantastic there, doesn't she? I love her outfit. So back to the afternoon tea. I've said it before, I'll say it again. You don't need much for an afternoon tea, literally sandwiches, cake and tea, and some fruit. Weekly shop was early this week, so I did get some reduced price flowers. This bouquet was down from £16 to £3.15, ridiculous, and the peonies £1.55. Now I've bought them knowing full well they're not going to last very long because they're past their best, and it's so hot here right now they can't last, but at those prices you don't really mind too much. And I found these in the frozen section. I've wanted to try these for a while, but £5 seemed very steep. £2.25, a much better price. Cheesy biscuits, always nice to have in the cupboard. And 8 Coca-Cola for £2.99, not bad. Hurrah for a reduced price salad, and it's my favourite, so that's good. And a pizza for the freezer. Not massively reduced, but I'll take it. And he's friends with me this week, so here we are. Henry Cat. Say hello, Henry. Treats this week. The English Home. Didn't I get that last week? I did, but this is the new edition. And these pop chips, very yummy. And I do like these, so they last a while, so I like to get those instead of chocolate. And this is a new product. This was on a special offer. I think it was £2 something. Smells lovely. It's really nice. And I've had my eye on this for a while. Not for you, Henry Cat. A new teapot. I don't know why, I just wanted a white teapot. And I look at this every week, and had I not wasted £10 on the Dubai style chocolate last week, I could have got it then. But it had to wait, so I'm really pleased with that. Flowers looked nice for a while. They didn't last long, but that was to be expected. And it's fine, I've got flowers in the garden, so it's okay. On Thursday, I'm home alone, so of course I made a quiche. You've seen me make quiche a million times, and As always, the edges of my pastry case look awful. In case you're concerned, I always have very clean hands when I'm making quiche. And I've got tarragon, asparagus, mushrooms, onion, cheese and tomato. I didn't use enough egg mix in this, so I had to add it during cooking, so it came out, didn't look great. It wasn't my best quiche, I have to admit. It tasted okay, but it's just handy to have in the fridge. If it's very hot, like it is at the moment here, you don't really want to cook, do you? And I wanted to be outside so I could clean the bird baths. I'm trying really hard to keep them clean this summer. They were absolutely disgusting. They needed a good scrub, and hopefully my scrubbing didn't disturb Tiger, who was nearby but doing nothing of use, just having a sleep. I remembered to come in around about 2 o'clock to watch the royal procession at Ascot. I don't care for horse racing at all, but I do like to watch a bit of Ascot to see who's wearing what. And there is the king and his queen there. And Sophie looked lovely. I love her hat and her outfit there. So pretty. Thursday evening, I'm home alone. Bill and Violet were away for a few days. So I decided to have dinner al fresco. This is just a carver from Aldi or Lidl, I'm not sure where, but it's very nice. So I never used the ice bucket, and I decided to fill it with ice and plonk the wine in there. For dinner I had a beetroot, goat's cheese and walnut salad with a drizzle of balsamic. I've been grazing on the quiche whenever I was hungry throughout the day, so not much cooking. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you'll know that I really like cook frozen food. I tend to get quite a lot for Christmas, and so when I found out they had a cookbook out, I had to get it. Lots of great recipes in there, but also tips on freezing food and herbs. It's just full. It's a really interesting book, and it also has a bit about how they came about. It's a family-run business, which I didn't realise. So I'm going to have a really good read of this. Time for dessert now, and I've defrosted one of the cheesecakes. I'm not a fan. I love cheesecake, so I had high hopes for that, but it's not my favourite. Earlier in the day, I'd put up some fairy lights underneath the parasol. And I thought it would be a good idea to light candles, but it's quite windy and they kept blowing out. But the lights look nice, don't they? So I stayed out there until about 9 o'clock, just enjoying the evening and admiring my veggie patch, which is looking so good. Look at those peas. I'm so excited about my peas. I love fresh peas, but it's all doing really well. This made me laugh so much. Tiger appeared, and I know Tiger. Tiger knows me. We're friends, and yet look at his face. He's in complete shock that I'm there at that time of day, because I'm never outside at that time of night, and it's not even that late, but it's very unusual that I would be outside, and he seemed very confused. Poor Tiger. Poor confused Tiger. I was up early on Friday, so I made breakfast to have outside, a boiled egg and some tea. And who turns up but Tiger? Not so confused this time. The egg, well, it looks perfect. To be honest, I should have cooked it a smidge longer. The white wasn't as set as I would have liked. And let's try this teapot for the first time. Pours really well. This is £10 from Waitrose or John Lewis. And that jug, I've had that for years. It came from Asda and it was £3. So I had to eat my egg quite quickly because I had somebody staring at me the whole time. I couldn't resist having the fairy lights on, even though it's not dark. It's a little shady in the morning, so that was acceptable. I'd washed the sheets from Violet's bed and got those out to dry. There's Tiger. Tiger loves that we've not cut the grass and it's really long, so probably leave it for a bit longer. On Friday evening, I decided it was going to be a pamper time, so a nice bath, need to cut my nails, they're a state, and a face pack. And I used lots of the hand cream. My hands are quite dry at the moment, and this was a gift from Violet that arrived earlier in the day. I ordered this on Amazon last week and it never arrived, so they refunded. So in the meantime, Violet decided just to order it from Elizabeth Arden, which was very sweet of her. I'm currently binging on this. This is called Outrageous. It's on TV at the moment, but I'm watching it on my iPad so that I can watch the whole series at once. It's about the Mitford sisters, and I've recently finished the book Mrs. Guinness, which is about Diana Mitford, so it's very timely. Thoroughly enjoying it. I'm off for my bath. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.